Grace is one of the most powerful and transformative qualities a person can have. And it's often described as unearned kindness or quiet strength, usually expressed through compassion, patience, and forgiveness. And even though grace is commonly associated with religious traditions, it's not limited to any one belief system. Grace is a deeply human emotion available to all of us, and its application in daily life has the potential to heal relationships, soften conflicts, and cultivate inner peace. And over time, I learned to appreciate its simplistic power, not only for myself, but also for those closest to me. Let me tell you why. At its core, grace is the decision to respond with understanding rather than judgment. And in a world that often feels rushed, reactive, and polarized, grace invites us to pause. When someone makes a mistake, disappoints us, or disagrees with us, our first impulse may be frustration or criticism. But grace asks us to look deeper. It reminds us that every person carries unforeseen burdens, private struggles, and past wounds that shape our behavior. When I stop and choose empathy over condemnation, I create space for connection rather than division, which allows for the feeling of grace. Now, applying grace in my life begins with self-awareness because I have learned that we cannot extend grace to others if we are relentlessly harsh with ourselves. And for years, I held myself to impossible standards, replaying failures in my mind and defining my worth by my shortcomings. Practicing self-grace means acknowledging mistakes without allowing them to define who I am. It means understanding that growth is a process and that imperfection is part of that growth. When we treat ourselves with patience and compassion, we become better equipped to offer the same to others. But grace also plays a crucial role in forgiveness because forgiving somebody does not always mean excusing their behavior or ignoring injustice. Rather, it just means releasing the grip of resentment so it no longer controls our emotional well-being. Carrying anger can be heavy and very exhausting. Grace allows us to set down that weight, and in doing so, we reclaim our own inner peace. And this does not always happen instantly. Sometimes grace is a daily choice, repeated over time as we gradually let go. And as a young adult, I really wish I would have learned this sooner. But stay with me here for a minute, because in practical terms, grace can be applied through small, consistent actions. It can be as simple as listening without interrupting, giving someone the benefit of the doubt, or responding calmly when criticized. And that's not always easy to do. It may mean offering encouragement instead of comparison, or choosing silence instead of a tough response. But these seemingly minor decisions accumulate, shaping our character and influencing the environments that surround us, whether at home, at work, or in our communities. Grace also requires a sense of humility. It acknowledges that we, too, depend on patience and understanding of others, recognizing our shared vulnerability. Recognizing our shared vulnerability fosters compassion. When we understand that we are all imperfect and learning, it becomes easier to approach others gently. Ultimately, grace is not weakness, It is strength under control. It is the power to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. By practicing grace, we cultivate deeper relationships, inner resilience, and a more compassionate world. In conclusion, by extending grace to ourselves and others, we participate in a quiet but profound transformation, one choice at a time. My name is James, and I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, subscribe. A thumbs up really goes a long way to helping out the channel. And those that have subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care and see you in the next one. Peace.